Alright, so where do I begin with this character and its fuckery? Let's just break down his buttons. You have a 19 frame low starter. It has some decent range. I like it. There's a ton of mix-up to it. I'll get to that shit later, right? You have a really good auto shimmy. Really good auto shimmy. Now we'll get to that later. You have this. I guess it's whatever. It has some okay range, I guess, right? You have an overhead that I think is bullshit, and it is bullshit because lots of things off of this is not real, but there's a proper way of using it. You have this, you have that, and you can cancel into it and do like other things, right? Whatever, right? You have this is pretty solid, and then you have a 10 frame mid. 10 frame mid. So every time I land this, boom, that's guaranteed. This, that's guaranteed, right? So there's that, right? But in this variation, you have one thing that's very degrading, and that is the damn running man. Holy shit, where do I begin? First thing I want to talk about is the auto shimmy, and why this is really fucking good. So every time I punish my opponent, I have a shotgun. Omar coming, motherfucker, right? You can start doing shit like that. But let's say I get my Punisher in, right? After that, after this right here, right? Your opponent loses 20. You have to literally guess what I'm going to do, and it's really stupid. So after this lands, I have an overhead starter. I could grab you. I have a low starter that can go into an overhead that could be somewhat safe. You're -8. Like, it's online. You're pretty much safe. Or you can go into your running man and go into a throw. Like, or you could even like throw your 10 frame mid, right? So it's like, let's say I'll land it, right? And then you can just say, boom, go into your 10 frame mid, be completely safe, or go to your 10 frame mid and throw your opponent off, like, and then just like, what is it? Go into your damn, boom, grab them off of there if they're gonna be continuing blocking, or like throw the second hit and then grab them. There is so much shit after just punishing your opponent. Like, the fact that you lose 20% and I get a free mix-up on you. I have a low starter, an overhead, a 10 frame mid, an auto shimmy that fucking gels. Not only that, there's more to this auto shimmy. You can do it, right? You can also be a low. Not like that, but you could do this and then do the Stone Cold Steve Austin off the third turnbuckle and just mix your opponent's shit up. You could literally 1-2 grab, like, dude, what the fuck? Not only that, but you could do 1-2, fuck it, or sorry, 1-2, and then go into your, Jesus Christ, and then grab them, like, or then like just throw literally one, and then go into your fucking running man. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, the amount of options you have off of that, it's ridiculous. It really is. Auto shimmy is really fucking good. It's really good. So there's that. Now I want to talk about his overhead. And here's the thing about his overhead. Nothing of his overhead is real. It's not. There's not a single special move that your opponent cannot poke out of in this variation. This doesn't count. Anything in the running man, who gives a fuck? You're gonna get poked out. This shit, you're gonna get poked out. The command grab, you're gonna get poked out. The shotgun, it's a fucking high, so who cares? Anything after the overhead, it's just not real. It's just not. Not only that, but it's like you're -17 if you don't do this. Like, this is only gonna work if you never play, if your opponent never played against Terminator. Like, what the fuck do I do? But they could duck that and poke out of it. So basically, when your opponent blocks that first hit, they can literally poke out of anything. So nothing of that overhead is real. But am I saying it is trash? No. Like, it has some decent range off that second hit or whatever. But what I think it's for, I literally think it's for sneaking it in. or maybe on wake up and like just throwing it out there, even like just after a poke or whatever, and going in on it, or this and then throwing it and just throwing your opponent off. There's ways of sneaking it, but just know that like doing this is not real. Yeah, if you land it, it's really nice, right? You get some decent damage, right? But if your opponent blocks the overhead, they will get rewarded, and you will get poked out, and then you basically lose your turn. You can't even do this. You can't even, what is it, do it and then block. You're gonna get punished. You're gonna get fucking punished. You're fucked. You're basically fucked. So there's that. There's nothing, like, you can't even cancel it and then do it. Like, you're gonna get fucked. You're fucked. So just know that. The overhead, it's for literally sneaking it in off of like what, Mayon 2, and then going to your stagger is like 1, and then going into it and just throwing your opponent off. But just know, nothing in this variation after the overhead is real. You're gonna get poked out. So there's that. Now, what is real is this low starter. Holy shit. So where do I start with this low starter? It has the Jason Voorhees low overhead. Classic, right? Just boom, we could do that, and then you could combo into it. I'm not too familiar, right? Is that a good combo? 30%. I've never done combos with this guy, but I guess, right? You could do this. Yeah, again, people that don't know how to play against Terminator, this shit will work on them all the time, but it's just not gonna work against good players. And then like people love doing this and then poking right after. Don't do that. Don't be that guy. Like it could only, it's only gonna work against certain people, but for the most part, just don't be that guy, right? So there's that. You can do that. Another thing that, let's make Katana do something that she doesn't like to do, and that's block, because that bitch is always jumping. One thing you could also do is go into a fucking throw. They give you respect. They're like, you have a mid, and this has a crushing blow. It has to have a crushing blow. I remember having it has a crushing blow. So it just sets this up so perfectly. Like boom, just like that. Boom. Not only that, but you could literally do this right here as well. Grab. You can do stuff like that, just throw them off completely. But for the most part, you should be just letting it rock. And then just enhance it, boom, get your shit going, and it's all good. So there's that. You get your damage off of it, you get overhead, your crushing blow. You're somewhat safe, -8. You can get punished. You can definitely get punished. But, you know, that's that. Or your opponent's giving you respect. Do stuff like that, or whatever, right? So just know that. But doing this into the shotgun, I don't know about that, but just condition them to get ready for the overhead, or to get ready for this, and then you can just really like just start fucking them over and doing stuff like that or whatever, trying to be somewhat safe into doing shit like that or whatever. I really like this. I think this is really good, and there's like low to a throw, low to a cancel, to a grab, or yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. I really like it, and then it's also, you get really good damage off of it. I can get 30. I'm pretty sure you can get more. I'm pretty sure Terminator mains like know what the fuck they're doing with this character. But so there's that. So I think it's really good. Another thing that I think is really good is his 10 frame mid. He has a 10 frame mid, and it's like completely safe. There's like a ton of pushback. I really like this. I really like this. So one thing I like to do is this, and then do the Stone Cold Steve Austin, right? Like just boom, just like that, or boom, Stone Cold Steve Austin, just like that. And another thing I like to do is this. Sorry, boom, is this. So boom, this, and then go into a throw, just like that. Just throw them off that first hit. But they can poke out of it. Just know that. But what they can't poke out of is the second hit. So sometimes you can just throw that and then go in for the throw, the second one. But if they're mashing, you'll probably whiff it. Or you could just literally just go into your shotgun. Sorry. Again, they could duck that stuff, but whatever, right? Or you could just literally keep it safe. Or you could literally just 1, 2, and then just short hop it, just to throw your opponent off. And then you could also do this, step back, into a sweep, maybe not the best sweep in the world, but hey, it's something. Or you could do 1, 2, step back, go into that, boom, 1, and then stagger it into that. You have lots of options off of your 10 frame mid. You can grab as well. 1 hit grab, 2 hits grab. There's good stuff that you can do with, you know, your fucking 10 frame mid. So just know that that is a thing, right? So you could do. So yeah, so you have a good 10 frame mid that you can like just start grabbing motherfuckers if they're just giving you the respect. You have a low starter, you have sneaky overhead. Another thing, you could even do this and then go into your overhead and just throw your opponent off, or do 1, 2 if they're pressing buttons. So check this out, they do this and that gels into it. There's not, you're nothing your opponent, they cannot poke out of that. So 1, 2, and then you can go into it. And then if you get the punish, same thing with the auto shimmy. You could literally start mixing your opponent up from there. So yeah, there's a lot to this character, a shit ton to this character. And then you could also do this into like command grabs. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, it's ridiculous. Like, this character, I don't know what the fuck this character is, but it's something. Like, it really is something. Like, boom, it's ridiculous. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Holla back. Check you bastards later. Deuces.